Vishnupad Hamsa Parivrajagacharya Sri Srimad Avai Charanarvita Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Skan Vividi founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai. Gaur Premanande Hari Hari. All glories to the assembled devotees Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees Hare Krishna. All glories, all glories, all glories to Sri Sri Guru and Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayana Namaskritya Naram Chaivam Narottama Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Urjaya Mudirayet Nashrayasvavadresu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistake Yamsyanubhavam Akilam Sutisaramekam Adhyatma Deepamatitir Satam Tamandham Samsarina Karunayaha Purana Guhyam Tam Vyasasu Namupayami Gurur Maninam. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, The Creation of the Fourth Order, Chapter 30, The Activities of the Prachetas. Text number 5, 5. Suparnaskandam Arudo Meru Sringam Nivam Buddha Pitavasa Manigriva Purvan Bete Miradisah Suparnaskandam Arudo Meru Sringam Nivam Buddha Pitabasa Manigriva Urvan Viti Miradisaha Suparnaskandamarudo Nirusringami Bambuda Pitavasa Manigriva Urvan Viti Miradisaha Suparnaskandamarudo Suparnam Skandamarudo All right. Govindam Suparna of Garuda, the carrier of Lord Vishnu. Skandam, shoulder. Arudaha, sitting on. Meru, of the mountain named Meru. Sringam, on the summit. Iva, like. Ambudaha, a cloud. Pitavasaha, wearing yellow garments. Manigrivaha, his neck decorated with the Kaustuba jewel. Kurban, making. Binimri, bitimiraha, free from darkness. Timira means Om Agyana Timira. Bitimira means no darkness. See the words? You see that? Disaha, all directions. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The personality of Godhead appearing on the shoulder of Garuda seemed like a cloud resting on the summit of mountain known as Meru. The transcendental body of the personality of Godhead was covered by attractive yellow garments, and his neck was decorated with a jewel known as Kaustuba Mani. The bodily effulgence of the Lord dissipated all the darkness of the universe. Please repeat. The personality of Godhead appearing on the shoulder of Garuda seemed like a cloud resting on the summit of the mountain known as Meru. The transcendental body of the personality of Godhead was covered by attractive yellow garments, and his neck was decorated with the jewel known as Kaustuba Mani. The bodily effulgence of the Lord dissipated all the darkness of the universe. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada is quoting the Sukha from Chaitanya Charitamrita. We are still in Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya 22.31. Krishna Surya Sama Maya Haya Andakar. Jahan Krishna Tahan Nahi Mayar Adhikar. The Lord is just like the effulgent sun. Consequently, wherever the Supreme Personality of Godhead is present, there cannot be darkness or ignorance. Actually, this dark universe is illuminated by the sun. But the sun and moon simply reflect the bodily effulgence of the Supreme Lord. In Bhagavad Gita 7.8, the Lord says, Prabhasmi Sasi Surya Yaha, Surya Yoho. I am the illuminating energy of both the sun and the moon. The conclusion is that the origin of all life is the bodily effulgence of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is also confirmed in Brahma Samhita. Yasya Prabha Prabhavatu Jagadanda Koti. Being illuminated by the bodily effulgence of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, everything is free from all darkness. Umagyanatimirandasya Gyananjanasalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapita Mena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayan Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Gurau Sri Yuta Padakamalan Sri Guru Krishnamamuscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatan Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Satvaitam Savadotam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Visakhan Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gourangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrisabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hare Priye Vancha Kalpataru Viksha Kripa Sindhu Vyeva Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaisnavebhyo Namo Namaha Mukham karoti vachalam pangolam gayate girim Yat kripa tamaham bandi Sri Gurum Dinatarinam Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesya Sunyavade Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. This is the Lord, God, Krishna, Bhagavan, Iswaraha is never be in the darkness. And anyone who comes in contact with that Supreme Lord will get the same benefit, will never be in the darkness of ignorance. So this is the benefit of having association of the devotees who have taken shelter of completely knowledgeable personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna. Garuda, we all know that Lord Vishnu travels with that bird, special bird, Garuda. And from the flipping that the wings of the bird Garuda, all these Vedas appears. They continuously chant the glories of the Lord. Sama Vedas comes from that Garuda's wings when they fly with that sounds. and they are continuously glorifying the personality of God. This is how Vaishnavas see the Vedas, all glorification of the Lord. Our Mayavadis, Gyani, they see Vedas in different angles, in different ways, and see that God has no form. God is all impersonal personality, though it doesn't have a personality. It's like energy is expanding in every form, every universe is. So that energy they address that way. But devotees have a different vision. That's why we have so many people taking the same reference from the Vedas and explaining the Lord in different way. This is another unique personality of Godhead, because he cannot be grasped by anyone's intellectual knowledge or intellectual depth. He is so unlimited. Even within Vaishnava tradition, in Sampradaya, one Vaishnava Sampradaya is completely different from another Vaishnava Sampradaya, even though they are glorifying and worshipping the same personality of God. Some people focus on the mercy of the Lord. Some people focus on his universal form. Some people focus on his personal attributes, qualities, pastimes, like we do in Gaudiya Vaishnava. We try to associate with the Lord in person and want to enjoy and or want to provide all happiness and enjoyment to the Lord. So this is the closest and highest relationship one can have with the Supreme Lord. And today, as it is one of the disappearance day of our great Vaishnava Kula Chunamani, is known as a crest crown jewel of Vaishnava. Narottam Das Thakur, his disappearance day is today. Is it today? Yeah. Okay. I was thinking to speak on him some little bit and discuss about his qualities today. Narottam Das Thakur, the word Narottama, Nara and Uttama, two words combined together become Narottama. Nara means human being. Nara Nari. Nara means, in other words, Nara is a male and Nari means female. Nara Nari means we all here are Nara Nari, male or female. Nara Uttama is Uttama means best. Uttama Purusha, Uttama Sloka. Have you heard that word many times? Uttama Sloka. We have many devotees named Uttama Sloka Das, Uttama Purusha, Purushottama. See, Lord Krishna is known as Purushottama. Purusha Uttama, Naro Uttama, Narottama Das. And Narottam Das Thakur, his father's name was Krishnananda Datta. Krishnananda Datta. Datta is a Kayastha family, means a business class family. And his uncle name was Purushottama Datta. And when Narottam Datta was born, mother's name is Narayani Datta. Very, very sober child, very calm, very effulgent, but bacha. Bacha means child. Very, very effulgent. And in those days when child was born, people would consult an astrologer for their future. And they were like a very rich, very kingly family, king. Krishna Datta, they were in Bengal. Now it is in Bangladesh. So the place where Narottam Das Thakur was born is called Kheturi Gram. It is by the bank of Padma River. Mother Ganga divides into two branches. From Calcutta, one comes to India side, that is called Huglu. That Ganga ji is called Huglu there. And when she goes other side of Bangladesh, that become Padma River. And the baby boy, Narottama Datta, From the very beginning, when he was 1 or 2, he would always had to hear Bhagavatam. Otherwise, he would go cry crazy. He would not stop. So his mother had to hire like 3, 4 brahmanas to come daily and recite Bhagavatam for the boy. He was not interested in playing anything else. It was very fine, very calm, very nice. And he had all the qualities of a Mahapurusha, like 32 qualities. Bodily quality, like different organs, his face, ears, eyes, body, like that. Mahapurush. 32 लक्षणले युक्त भएकी भन्छन् नि हो त्यस्तै. And when the family member were listening Bhagavatam along with the child, they were also naturally became devotee because they were hearing Krishna every day. Even if they don't want, but their child had to listen. And if they stopped, then he would cry. And the astrologer, when he came, he said, this child either become a great king, Chakrabarti Samrat, or a great mendicant and would benefit the whole world by his knowledge, preaching, devotion. Either he becomes sadhu sannyasi or becomes a great king. And there was a mixed feeling in the parents that when they thought about becoming a sadhu, leave home, and who would want to lose their child. In India and everywhere, in every culture, people respect sadhus, but when their own kids become sadhu, then they don't like it. They want to stop. Not my child, somebody else become sadhu, leave home, become sannyasi. My child would live with me and maintain me when I become old. That is like all insurance for parents in India. That my kids become my shelter, my Sahara in the Buddhist Kalko Sahara. Buddhist Kalko Sahara means my shelter in my old age. So, with that prediction, the parents were very careful about taking care of him. They would always make sure he doesn't go out, he doesn't have anything lacking in his daily needs. Make sure he needs everything he needs will be supplied. And one time Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was going to Vrindavan, and he stopped by in the Kheturi Gram, and they had a very nice kirtan along with his devotees. All the devotees, Nityananda Prabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Srivas, Advaita Acharya, everybody started very ecstatic kirtan there. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu screamed in the middle of the kirtan, Narottama, Narottam, Narottam, like that. And everybody surprised who Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was calling. There was nobody named Narottama. And everybody thought maybe he is taking name of Krishna. Krishna, one of the name is also Narottama. Maybe that's what he meant by saying Narottama. Then later on, they asked Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who you are talking, who is Narottama, Mahaprabhu? And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, somebody will appear in this place in future named Narottama, and he would spread the message of bhakti everywhere. And I want to give him Krishna Prema, I want to save Krishna Prema for him now. And he was tears in his eyes, and Nityananda Prabhu held those tears in his palm, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ordered him that go to river Padma and hand this Krishna Prema to the personification of the river Padma, and she would give it to Narottam when he appear in future. Nityananda Prabhu went to the river Padma and he called the personality, and the mother appeared there and she saved the Krishna Prema for Narottam Das Thakur. And as the boy was growing up, at about 12 years of his age, Nityananda Prabhu appeared in his dream. Dear Narottama, we have saved the treasury for you in Padma River. Please go and take shower, and you would receive that special gift from Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Dream. Can you imagine how special personality he was? And after seeing that dream, Narottam Datta, he went to the river, he took shower. At the time, the river was like coming flood, the waves of river were coming ecstatically. And after he took a dip into the river, he was so effulgent like millions of sun. His face was like brilliantly bright, and he completely changed his color of the body. He appeared to be like a whitish personality, like one of the American boy. Very, very like, because of the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's prema. Then when he came home from the bath, everybody started thinking, what happened to my son, to our friend, to Narottam? And Narottam also changed. His behavior, his everything changed, and he was just chanting the name of God all the time. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. As he was becoming and chanting the name of God more and more and completely uninterested in household life, the parents had they already got some symptom that they remember the prediction of the astrologer, and they were really worried about his future. What would happen to him? Maybe the prediction is going to come true. This symptom is not showing that he is going to become the Chakravarti Samrat, the king, but it is more inclining to become a sadhu. He's always chanting the name of God, Krishna, Krishna, and always not at all interested in worldly life. Then the parents decided, okay, maybe we can find him a beautiful wife that can keep him home and make him happy. So I think they did marry to him, but his mind was not at all in the household life. It is griha anda kupam. The family life is said as like a dark well. For materialistic people, it is the great place for enjoyment and gratification, but for the devotees without Krishna consciousness, family life is a big bondage, is big, deep, dark well. So Prahlad Maharaj also say the same thing. Many great devotees, they say like that. But if someone is Krishna conscious and everybody in the family are devotees, that can be transformed into Vaikuntha. So it is different thing. But Narottam Das Thakur had a great desire to go to Vrindavan and serve and see the devotees of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But he had never got a chance to escape from his home because there were like all the chowkidars, guards were there to give him security. You know Siddhartha Gautam? Do you know Siddhartha Gautam, right? Later on known as Gautam Buddha. When he was born, one astrologer called Asita, he predicted the same thing to Siddhartha, that whenever this child see a dying man, a diseased person, an old person, he will immediately leave the home. But we have heard about this so many times, we never leave our home. See the difference between great personalities and common personalities.
We are thinking about the birth, death, old age and disease. We never become serious in Krishna consciousness. We always take it as granted. And we always blame Krishna, and we always pray to Krishna, do this, do that to me. And we never do our part. When we sign a contract, there is a responsibility of two parties, right? Like Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, the last verse, Sarva Dharman Parityajya. So this is our part. He says, you give up all the religion, and my part is Aham Tvam Sarva Papebhi. This is my part. I'll take care of your everything. So we only want Krishna deliver us from all our sin, but we do not want to fulfill our surrendering part. In Chaitanya Charitamrita also, Diksha Kale Shishya Kare Atma Samarpan. What does that mean? At the time of initiation is not exactly good translation for Diksha. Diksha means like is let's understand as a contract. In the Bible it is a covenant. What is that? Huh? Covenant. So that is that we do Atma Samarpan, we surrender. And within that surrender, there are so many rules and regulation comes that I need to follow that regulations, rules that Krishna cannot follow for me, or nobody else can follow for me, or my guru cannot follow for me. I need to fulfill my part. Then Krishna will take his part. And the second line says that Diksha Kale Shishya Kare Atma Samarpana. Sei Kale Krishna Atma Sama. Then it is said that Krishna will take that person as himself. Krishna considered that person who surrendered at the time of initiation, Diksha. Krishna thinks that person, I need to take responsibility of that person. Krishna became merciful to all the living beings. He is maintaining every living being, every single personality in this world, every jivas. But he is not responsible for what happened to them because their own karma is involved there. But when you accept initiation Diksha and then surrender, then you give up your personal karmic cycle and you completely surrender, and Krishna becomes responsible for everything that you need. So this is the meaning. So this is exactly what happened with Siddhartha. He was once went out with his people. He saw someone was dying and they were taking to the bank of the river to to burn the body. Another day he saw someone who was suffering from disease and dying, and like that he just left home. Finished. So at least in our mind, if we cannot leave home, at least in our mind, we have to leave that mentality to enjoy material sense gratification. At least. And we need to practice it. Vairagya Vidya. We need to always practice of detachment in our life, whatever we do. And always see Krishna. And that's what Bhagavad Gita, chapter 10, Krishna says, I am this. I am mountain among the Himalayas. I am Margasirsa among the month. I am who I am. He says so many things. Just to remind us that whatever we see in this world, we always see Krishna behind. When we drink the water and then we quench our thirst, we see Krishna there. Without Krishna putting that fulfilling energy into the water, we would never quench our thirst. Without Krishna's giving you the energy to speak, we would never be able to speak. Without Krishna giving his energy of beauty, we would not be looking any beautiful anymore. So all this, anything we see is sarva karana karanam. There's a cause behind everything that happens. But if we analyze and go to the deeper region, then Krishna is the final cause of everything that happens. Every single thing. Then one day what happened? The Muslim king invited Narottam Datta's Das father and his uncle to discuss about maybe some tax or something, some affairs in the state or something. And then they went there, and Narottam thought this is the best time for me to leave home. And he found a good time that his guard were sleeping at maybe night time or some other time. When they were sleeping, he just left and he ran out from the home. He did not care. He did not go to the right path. He always found the path that nobody walked, because he had a fear that his father might send his guard to look for him. And he would not care about his food. He would not care about his shelter night where he is going to stay. He would keep going and running. If somebody give him some food in the village, he would accept. And everybody would think, who is this beautiful, very sober, very nice, beautiful boy? He must be coming from very highly respected family by seeing him, his body, his beautiful face. And some people would give him food. And this way he walked 4 months and he reached to Vrindavan Dham. And Vrindavan Dham, all the Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, Jiva Goswami, they had prediction that Narottam, a great devotee named Narottam, would come in Vrindavan. This is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's order of prediction. So we need to welcome him and then train him in the science of bhakti. So when Narottam Das Thakur reached Vrindavan Dham, he was welcomed by Rup Sanatan. Some place it is said he was directly welcomed in Radha Govinda temple. That time Jiva Goswami was the in charge of Radha Govinda temple in Vrindavan Dham. Originally it was taken care by Sanatan Goswami, Rupa Goswami, but later on it was handed over to Jiva Goswami. Jiva Goswami was a great scholar in our Sampradaya, and at the same time he was a great manager as well. You cannot imagine the depth of knowledge of Jiva Goswami. He wrote Sardasandarbha, 6 principal book of bhakti. After studying all the Vedas, all the Upanishad, all the Bhagavatam, everything, and he concluded everything in Sardasandarbhas. Bhakti Sandarbha, Prema Sandarbha, other Sardasandarbhas. If you always have a chance to read those books, if you want to deeper your Krishna consciousness, those books are available. And when Jiva Goswami saw Narottam, he asked, who are you? Where are you coming from? Yeah, I am Narottam. Okay, then he immediately understood, this is the boy, this is the person, this is the devotee who Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was talking about. And he gave him a hug, he welcomed him. And after, as they were going on sitting, and he instructed Narottam to go to Lokanath Goswami and take initiation. You go to Lokanath Goswami, he give you initiation, and I will train you in the science of bhakti so that you can preach. Even though Narottam Das Thakur was already a devotee, he knew everything. He was very well versed in Sanskrit and all the Bhagavatam he was hearing from childhood. But Jiva Goswami thought in order to preach, you need to know what is Maya, or the other side of the knowledge as well, so that you can argue with the people and then defeat them with the knowledge of bhakti. So then there's a beautiful story about how he got initiated with Lokanath Goswami. He went to Lokanath Goswami and requested for initiation, shelter, diksha. But Lokanath Goswami said, I am such an insignificant personality, I have no qualification to accept someone as my disciple. I am fallen, most insignificant person. How can I initiate somebody like you? You go find somebody else. But by seeing Lokanath Goswami's renunciation and knowledge and his humility, Narottam Das Thakur thought, no, this person should be my guru. I would anyway should take initiation from him. And he flatly rejected him, that I am not able or qualified to accept you as my guru, disciple. But then look, Narottam Das Thakur was very persistent in his desire to be initiated by him. Then what he did is that Lokanath Goswami would go every morning to clean his body, to defecate. Is that what the good word? Huh? And then he would go after him and clean that place. Normally in open area in Vrindavan and other place, like animal, dog, pig come and eat. I have seen that in daily life, that pigs and dogs are waiting, somebody come, the kids come past the stool and they are eating a fresh hard stool, fresh meal. I have seen that. Have you seen it? Not here. Yeah. I don't know, an American dog do that.
I mean, dog goes after his own also, so because they eat their own. Yeah, they have to check if they're healthy, so they eat their own.
That's what happened when we develop certain kind of body that we feel like stool is our food. It is because of our changing body. So we should be careful and stop it. And he cleaned 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. That continued for 1 year. Can you imagine 1 year cleaning somebody's stool? Lokanath Goswami started thinking, oh, I see every day when I come, I'm very clean. What's going on? Somebody else may be taking care of this thing. And one day he decided to hide somewhere and then look who is doing that. And he found that Narottama was doing that. And he was very much impressed by his service attitude. And he gave him initiation and he just made his name Narottama Das. Narasama Datta, Narottam Das. He did not change anything. He just added Das in the name. And then he gave him mercy. He was enlightened with all the knowledge. He was very much pleased by that service attitude. So service, having knowledge from the scripture is one thing, but having another service attitude and rendering service with their great faith to the spiritual masters or teachers or devotees is another thing that can please the Lord, and you can be a great personality like Narottam Das Thakur. So whenever we do any service, we do it with heart. Do not do it with, yeah, I have to do it. Not with that mentality. So keep up that mentality. That's what we every face in encounter in our life. And after that, Jiva Goswami trained him in the Shastra, Bhakti Shastris, and then there were other devotees, disciple of him, Shyamananda Pandit, Srinivas Acharya. And then after training them in the science of bhakti, he says, now you go to your place and preach the message of devotion. Take the book and go. As these three people were going, they were loaded with books. And when they were going to the area, Keturigram, in his birthplace, the king of that place said, oh, these three people are coming, they have brought the treasury. You need to steal that treasury. It was really treasury that the science of bhakti book, the book of bhakti, yoga, the book about the supreme personality of Godhead is number one best treasury. It cannot be compared. It cannot be compared with diamond, gold, or money or anything. That was the real treasury. They stole the book. Then I think Srinivas Acharya said, you guys go back to your place and start preaching. I will take care of this book. You don't worry about it. And Narottam Das Thakur went to his village and started preaching. When he returned back to his home, by then his uncle and father had already passed away. And his cousin brother was the in charge of the home. And he welcomed him and he built the temple for Narottam Das Thakur and say, okay, you stay here and you preach. And there's another beautiful story about how Lokanath Goswami kicked him away from his ashram. You want to hear that story real quick? One time, Lokanath Goswami, Narottam Das Thakur, they were sitting and chanting in meditation, deep, chanting the name of God. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. When pure devotees start chanting, they go to the trance. Like Narottam Das Thakur, one time, he was in meditation and he saw that Radha Krishna in Goloka Vrindavan Dham, they were playing Holi. Telefono, okay.
My love is cool.
Okay. And when he has a visualizing that pastime of Radha Krishna playing Holi in Vrindavan Dham, and he came out from his meditation, he had paint in his clothes. He was really involved in that. There's another story when devotee was cooking sweet rice in meditation and he was testing that if the sweet rice is still hard to offer, and his finger was burnt. Whose devotee was that? Is that Narottam Das? No.
That was just no.
Not Narottam Das Thakur, another one who was introducing the Madhurya Rasa in our Sampradaya. I forgot his name. Madhavendra Puri. Yeah, thank you. Yes, Madhavendra Puri. So this is Narottam Das Thakur, and as he was started preaching, he made so many disciples, and Lokanath Goswami, and both of them were chanting and deep meditation, and somebody came and asked water. Hello, can I have some water, please? I'm thirsty in the rasa. Lokanath Goswami completely was in trance. He did not hear anything at all. What was going on? Who was coming out? Not at all. But then Narottam Das Thakur woke up from his chanting and he went and gave water to the person. Then Lokanath Goswami later on, when he was coming out from his samadhi, and he chastised Narottam Das Thakur, why did you give water to that person? Do you think that giving water is more important than chanting the holy name of Krishna? Do you think that pleasing somebody's thirst is more than stopping Krishna's service by taking his name? You are not into this mood of pleasing the Lord, but you are doing like some pious, some punya karma, pious karma action. You are not qualified to stay in Vrindavan. You need to go. You go out. Actually, Lokanath Goswami was doing this purposefully so that he wanted to send him to preach out of Vrindavan. And later on, Jiva Goswami had to tell him that this is not a bad thing for you. It is Krishna's plan, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's desire that you will have to go out and preach. This thing happens. Can you see the how highest principle is that? When we chant the holy name, we wake up and give water to somebody. So we stop serving Krishna and give water to somebody. In social point of view, doesn't make any sense. Giving water for somebody who is thirsty is a good thing. But in pure bhakti point of view, it is an offense. That's how Lokanath Goswami took an opportunity to send him to preach. And same thing happened with Krishna. When mother was going to take care of the milk, the boiling milk, she took him away from her breast, and Krishna got very mad. Do you think that pleasing me, which milk is important, me or that milk? And the milk who were boiling on the oven was also thinking, our life is useless. Krishna is not enjoying us, so let's commit suicide. And they were like, everything in the spiritual world is conscious. It's not like, if we see from material point of view and perspective, it doesn't make any sense. Yesterday I was listening Vrindavan Mahima from Radha Govinda Maharaj all day in my work. We have nothing to do at work. We don't have any work now. We just go, spend, come, and we listen all day. And he was explaining all the small tiny details that how every single thing in Vrindavan, they are conscious and they are pure devotees. Who believe that milk is committing suicide? Nobody believes, except devotees. No, you do. I'm talking about outside. If I go to the Jack Villier and say, you know what, our milk. Are you on your senses, guys? Go to see the doctor. They see the doctor. And then as he was preaching, and then he says, go and preach. And he instructed him, do not eat fish. But in Bengal, fish is considered the joler fall. They do not consider it as a meat. It's called fruit of the water. Joler fall. When I was in Vrindavan one time, there were some devotees. They were caught. Devotees from Bengal were caught with dry fish in their room. That much attached Bengalis people are with fish. So even in Navadip, if you go, the rich people, every village, they have their own personal pond, and they keep fish, and they have a dish, fish dish. That's the culture in Bengal. Then all the Brahmanas became very envious of Narottam Das Thakur preaching the cult of Vaishnavism. Brahmanas, they were controlling the society. They would not let other people to study Vedas. They would do their ritual, make money, living. They would control the society. We are higher caste. We have access to Vedas. We have knowledge. You should obey us, like that. They were misusing the society. And Narottam Das Thakur was giving initiation to everybody. He was inducing everyone to take the name of Krishna, chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. And these Brahmanas were very envious. And they thought, let's invite some very scholarly person and do the Shastrartha, means let's debate on scriptural knowledge, and then defeat him. And once he is defeated, then he will have to leave the village. And they went to the local king, Nawab Hussain King, and the king also agreed with that plan. And what happened? They invited that very scholarly personality, and Narottam Das Thakur had two principal disciples. I forgot the name. Let me know if I have their name here. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. It's very nice, huh? Please forgive me. Please forgive me. Yeah. And these two disciples, they thought, oh, this scholar, great Brahmin is coming to argue with our Guru. If by chance our Guru is defeated, then it is a big defame in our face. So we should do something. They made a plan. And as they heard that they were coming by the village, they opened a pan shop. You know pan? Pan, like in India they chew pan, tobacco pan, like that. It's a pan pasal. And this group of Brahmanas who came to do the Shastrartha with Narottam Das Thakur in the village, they stopped at night time, and tomorrow morning they were going there. And in the evening time, they were strolling around and looking in the village, and they were like, who is this Narottam Das Thakur? I'd like to defeat him, this guy, and then kick him away from, so that he stopped initiating all this, everyone unqualified. Then these two disciples, major disciple, pan, they opened a pan pasal, and then some of their disciples came, purchased pan, and they started speaking in Sanskrit. They were very great scholar, Narottam Das Thakur's disciple. They challenged them speaking in Sanskrit. And they had mini discussion there, and they were defeated. And they went to and informed their main guru, who is this pan, selling pan, and he is defeating my disciples? Let me go and take care of him. The main guru came and started talking with his disciples. Disciples were arguing and asking him very critical questions from the scriptures and the defeating. And the main guru was defeated. And finally he asked, who are you? Oh, we are nobody but very, very insignificant disciple of Narottam Das. He has so many highly qualified disciples, but we are very insignificant disciples. Then that Brahman guru who came to fight and argue and defeat to Narottam Das Thakur, I don't want to face this guy. If his insignificant disciples are so powerful and strong and they defeated me, I don't want to be defamed and defeated. And then he ran away. And what happened to the night? Mother Durga appeared in the dream of that king, Kazi. If you do not go to Narottam Das Thakur tomorrow and beg forgiveness at his lotus feet, I will destroy your kingdom, I will destroy your family, I will destroy you. He is even my supreme Lord. He is even my worshipable Lord. And Narottam is the devotee of my Lord. So you have committed a very big offense at his lotus feet. If you do not go and take care of the beg forgiveness, then he will be destroyed. Then the king had to go and accepted him and beg forgiveness, and then Narottam Das Thakur was like that. And the Brahmana were still being offensive, not offensive. Then one time Narottam Das Thakur has a fever, like 106, 5 degrees, 7 degrees fever. And all the Brahmanas started saying that, see, this is what happened when he disobeyed the Vedic law, Vedic rules. Now he will die out of fever. And Narottam Das Thakur almost left his body, and they took him to the bank of the river. And the Brahmanas were very happy, laughing and saying, look at him, what happened to him at the end? He was so puffed up and he was preaching and initiating everybody. But now his end is so pitiful. Then disciples, they really prayed, Gurudev, Shishikor Nitai ki, Guru Maharaj, please come back to life. These Brahmins are really doing bad for us. Please come back. And Narottam Das Thakur came back. Why they prayed? Because these Brahmana have committed a serious offenses at your lotus feet. They need to be delivered. Please come back and forgive them. That was the mood of the disciple. And Narottam Das Thakur came back and said, just for your deliverance, I came back. And these Brahmanas surrendered and took initiation from him. And later on, as he was aging, and he thought, now my time has come, take me to the river, Padma. And they took him to the river, and he told him to massage his body, wash his body. And his body started melting like a milk in the river. All limbs of the bodies, as they were doing massage, everything melted and it became milk. And only flower garland remained in his body. Everything melted. So they brought that flower garland and made a Pushpa Samadhi. There's no Samadhi of Narottam Das Thakur. His body, pure devotee is not body. They are completely up beyond that. And then Padmavati river, this is how Narottam Das Thakur disappeared. And he has written so many books, songs. He organized after 30 years, or I'm not sure, 50 years of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's passing, he organized the biggest Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Gaura Purnima festival. Not first, but the biggest one. He invited all the Vaishnavas from the areas. Janavi Mata came, everybody came, and they had a huge festival. And when he would lead a Kirtan, Narottam Das Thakur, the rock would literally melt. Can you imagine? And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu personally appeared in that Kirtan Mela that was organized by Narottam Das Thakur. He has written beautiful books, Prarthana, all the Vaishnava songs we chant. Jayanilo, it is also written by him. Because he left, he could not see the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and then he was writing in that separation film. And he says that chant the name of Krishna and Radha together. When you chant Krishna, you get Radha. When you chant the name of Radha, you get Krishna. That's why Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And in between he said, study Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita and other scriptures. Madhyakala study, Adhyan Karu, Bhagavatam. So in order to understand the mood of those great Vaishnavas, we should pray and then listen their words and then think and meditate and then try to apply in our life and do our part. When we do sign the contract part, our part, then Krishna will be pleased with us and we can experience Krishna Prem in our life very soon. But if we do not do our part and we only demand from God, nothing will happen. Nobody can bring us Krishna Prema until we personally look for it. Neither our Guru nor anybody else. So we have to be serious. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Srila Narottam Das Thakur ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Gauru Premanande. Gauru Premanande, Hari Hari.
Nice question.
So